This segment of Delmarva Life is brought to you by State Farm Insurance.
Well, take a look at this. A rare sight caught on video September 15, 2011 in Ocean City. Kevin Sasada shot this funnel cloud from 81st Street looking west. The National Weather Service eventually determined it was a tornado produced by a strong cold front moving through the area, firing up a line of thunderstorms. No one was hurt.
Take a look at this damage left behind by a tornado in Lewis, spawned out of Hurricane Irene. Shingles, debris scattered all over the lawn as the inside of the Engel family's home was soaked. Fortunately, no one was hurt.
And although rare, tornadoes are not out of the question here on Delmarva, especially this time of year.
Our next guest is Katie Bennett of State Farm, insurance agent in Camden. Thank you for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, Katie, this is not Oklahoma. This is not Kansas. This is not Missouri. This is not Tornado Alley. But we can still get tornadoes here.
Yes, a lot of people think that it's only going to happen out west, but really tornadoes have happened in every state in the country, and it can happen in urban areas or rural areas. So really everybody has to be prepared.
Yeah, and a lot of those areas, they have tornado sirens, and I don't know that we have very many of them here. If you don't have a radio or you're not watching TV or something and there is a tornado warning, and you don't hear it, what are signs that you should look for?
There's some basic signs to look for a tornado warning. Things like green skies, large hail, dark rotating, low altitude clouds, and a loud roar like a train are some good signals.
Yeah. Now you hear people when they talk about tornadoes, they say it sounds like a freight train, and I guess that's the truth.
Now we hear the terms tornado watch and tornado warning. What's the difference between a watch and a warning?
A watch is when there's favorable conditions, like we just talked about, that you see some of those signs. If you do have a tornado watch in the area, make sure you account for your family members, have your emergency kit ready, and move vehicles into the garage and lawn furniture inside if possible to avoid some flying debris.
Flying stuff. There you go.
Now, the warning on the other hand is when a tornado has actually been sighted. So if that's the case, make sure you take shelter immediately.
So where should that be? Where's the safest place to be during a tornado?
Well, if you're in your home, the safest place to be is a basement or cellar if you have one. If not, go to an interior room in the home that doesn't have windows if possible, so a small bathroom, maybe a closet. If you own a manufactured or mobile home, the best thing to do in that situation is get out of there. They're not made to withstand that type of weather. So if you have a friend or relative you can go to, or if there's a shelter set up in the area, that's your best bet.
What if you're in your car?
If you're in your car, the main thing to do is not try to outrun the tornado. Again, if you can get to shelter, do that. If at all possible, if you're out where there's nothing nearby, the best thing to do, it's not the best thing that as far as options, but the best thing to do in that case is get out of your car, get in a low-lying area, lay face down, and protect your head.
Right.
Watch out for that stuff. You know what? There's a ton of tornado myths out there. Can we debunk some? What about the one about opening your windows and doors to equalize the pressure in the house?
You'd get a lot of fresh air in the house, I think. But that is not true. Opening your windows does not do anything. You want to make sure you're away from those windows in that storm.
All right, we got another myth here about overpasses. If you tornadoes, you get under an overpass, taking shelter under an overpass during a tornado will protect me.
No, that is not where you want to be during a tornado. It can actually act as a wind tunnel and cause even more damage. So again, not the best case scenario, but if you find yourself in that situation, better to get out of your car, go to a low-lying area and cover yourself.
We had some great video there of tornadoes here, and you always see the storm chasers with these great tornado videos. Are they always easy to see?
Oh my gosh, no, they're not, because until they start to pick up debris, you might not even know one is forming. So it's not all like that movie with Helen Hunt.
Twister, right. And okay, we already went over this myth, but it's worth saying again. I could outrun a tornado in my car. That is absolutely false, isn't it?
Do not do that. Although the average speed's only 30 miles an hour, the winds can be about 200 miles an hour. So it can create a lot of driving hazards on the road with all the debris flying. If you are in an area where there's nowhere to take shelter, what you could do is determine the path of the storm and drive at a right angle away from it.
A right angle away from it. All right.
Especially because you're not going to win that race, are you?
No. Floor it.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you coming
Thank you
this
for
afternoon.
having me.
Great information.
And if you'd like more tornado safety information, or if you just want to learn more about all the things State Farm Insurance has to offer, log on to delmarvalife.com, click on the Show tab.